We are going to do some tower reviews today. It has been a while. It's been busy. Want to do these like once a week, just when I have time, you know, with the normal schedule and the other videos and whatnot. So let's get this, make sure everything is working right. Alright, they're showing live. Alright, and what I put in the description was the towers that we're reviewing today. So if you're re-watching this, today we're reviewing Fujin's tower, Whitey's tower, and then Mike's tower. And what I like to do with these tower reviews is really just like go through each and just give a couple points of advice. What up, AKZ? Just do a couple points of advice, just because the way that I like progress through my tower is I try to find like the weakest link or have like something that I'm really like focusing in on, and then what I'll do is get those upgrades. I'll notice my tower will go up and then move on. Like for me, I neglected modules for the longest time, so after I got all those module labs done, now I feel like my modules are pretty well ahead. And so when I look at someone's tower, if I see that they're behind on something, that's usually what I recommend that they go ahead and do. What up, everybody? D Knowles, good to see ya. We'll let everyone just kind of stream in, but as you guys know me, for these streams, I kind of lock in on the towers that we're reviewing, and then I'll check the comments later. So don't, of course, take it as me ignoring anybody. But yeah, let's jump into this. So Fujin's tower. Introduction. I've been playing the tower for over a year now. I bought some stone packs, Black Friday, New Year, nice. For the first 6 months of tower, I didn't apply any tips I saw on YouTube, which was, of course, a big mistake. That kind of mirrors, well, the not taking advice, that kind of mirrors me. I didn't really follow too much advice for the first few months. I got my black hole down to 2 minutes. And if you're a new player, do not do that, because you want to get your black hole in sync with your golden tower death wave. And the black hole cooldown starts lower and it's cheaper to upgrade. So if you upgrade that, it's just even more upgrades you have to get for golden tower and death wave, which is not good. For example, I ran tier 9 runs the moment I unlocked it, and I could only do 200 waves in it. Objective: increase coin income so I can start affording the early levels card masteries. Increase sell income. Okay, so for increasing sell income, you want to do long runs. I'm curious why it shows sells 0 except for here at 88,000. Currently farming tier 10. My farming strategy currently EHP in order to tag every elite with death wave. And my farming runs, I get about 500 coins per minute, 890k cells per run. Run takes 9 hours 30 minutes. Nice. In fact, if you're looking for more cells, I would drop to tier 9 and I would try that. Just because it'll be a bit longer. I think tier 10 is a significant jump from 9. At least I think actually 11 is going to be bigger than 10, but 9 to 10 is still pretty big. And your coins per hour might be about the same, but your cells will go up because you'll be able to farm longer. And seeing that it's 9.5 hours, what I'd recommend is when you're doing the EHP and you got the long runs, doing 2 12-hour runs, kind of, you know, scheduling it out that way. Whether it be 2 12-hour runs or it's like, you know, 2 11-hour runs, because you'll let the game, you know, you'll leave it at home, let it run. That way you can keep the game running for more time, and it's hard with 9 hours 30-minute runs. There's probably going to be more downtime than if you just ran 2 12-hour runs, or about that. So that'd be the first piece of advice. Yeah, these are good perks to have for blocked for EHP. Well, you know what? In fact, the range enemies attack distance reduced, range enemies damage times 3. If you have permanent black hole, and then you have the black hole disable ranged enemies, what you'll want to do is, instead of putting this, you want to put the minus like 50% attack on your tower, the minus 50% attack on from enemies. That's a great EHP perk. So if you don't have the black hole disable ranged, get that. One thing that you'll want to do, especially as you get up into like high champs, tier 10, tier 11, even in tier 12, you want to have permanent black hole, at least around them. That's going to significantly help with your farming runs, because in theory, ranged, fasts, basics, tanks, they all get sucked into the black hole, and if you have permanent black hole, they're not going to eliminate you. It's only going to be bosses, potentially, or rays. And usually with EHP, it's rays that get you. So yeah, that's another piece of advice I'd give you, Fujin. Aim for permanent black hole, and then once you get that, research black hole disable ranged, and then you can switch that out for a better perk for EHP. Yep, this is a good first one to have. Yeah, actually this is pretty much perfect. Except I'd put health a little bit lower. I put golden tower bonus higher. Yeah, I'd put health at the bottom of this. But this is good. Your perk wave requirement, or not perk wave requirement, excuse me, but your perk bonus, standard perk bonus, I would definitely keep upgrading that. Getting that to where this gets to a 25% perk wave requirement. Technically, it doesn't help in tournaments directly, but having all these increase just a little bit means more farming, more survival, more elites. Well, more you'll be able to farm farther, so you're going to get more cells. Tournament history. Since the new tournament format, I have been able to stay in champs. Nice. Good work on that. My strategy tournament is a glass cannon one, which it has always been. Lately, I am able to get into top 12 champs. I can around 850, 950 waves champs now. Because I slowed down my game speed during the runs, I respec my workshop every tournament, since I need to switch between HP farming glass cannon tourney. Nice. So that's very good for staying in champs. Kudos to you for respecking every tournament. I don't have the patience for that, so yeah, good work there. And slowing down your game speed is definitely recommended. I know they said they fixed the game speed with the attack speed and everything, but it's a little bit better, but it's not perfect. So I slow down my runs to like 2.5, 3, 3.5 the farther I get as I lose energy shields with glass cannon. So I definitely recommend doing that. What I would say to you, without even looking at your modules, is champions is still good for hybrids. I mean, in theory, if I went down to champions with my glass cannon, I'm sure I'd still blow the competition away just because I'm getting keys consistently in Legends. However, back when I was mid champions, I was still EHP. Like, I'd use my Sharp Fortitude module. I'd use that for farming and for tournaments. I would put on Project Funding instead of Black Hole Digester. And then I'd put on Dimension Core rather than Primordial Collapse for my, what am I trying to say, core module. So I would be curious to see how you'd perform in tournaments running as EHP. So get back to me on that. I want you to do, I'd recommend doing one run without respecking. Just do a run without respecking. Go in with your EHP strategy. I'll look at your modules here in a second. See how it does in comparison to your glass cannon. If it does better, then just stick with that. You don't need to worry about respecking. But I'm sure respecking probably will help. But yeah, I'd be curious to see how you do as EHP. Workshop. I let free ups do its thing here. I have 2000s both at level skips, 200s, excuse me. Yep, no enhancements and damage. All right. So one thing that's really going to help you move up. So this is your farm, excuse me. Let's see if you have it for tournament. Yeah. So the max out damage part in the workshop during the run for the first 100 ways to buy any level skips. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so you do go way EHP to then way farming, like other ends of the pendulum. It looks like you're doing some sort of Devo strategy. Well, like a optimized, or not optimized. Let's call it the simplified Devo, the AFK Devo, where you'd start without much, health. Well, not much. Let's say orbs or knockback, thorns or damage. You just let the free ups do their work, just like you say here. I know the max out dance workshop for the first 100 ways by level skip. These are good enhancements. Let's take a look at your modules. Okay, so yeah, tournaments you want to use Project Funding and Dimension Core, for sure. And then Amplifying Strike, yes. And then, yeah, Wormhole Redirector if you don't really have Wall. Yeah. Man, if you can get a Sharp Fortitude, that'd be even better. These modules for farming, for use Amplifying Strike, Project Funding, Anti-Cube Portal, and Dimension Core. The Anti-Cube Portal's good, but You know, I just would be curious. What is going on here? There we go. I would just be curious to see how it does when you just go full EHP. The project funding and Dimension Core are must-haves for tournaments. So you're using a Mythic ACP. I would try mixing it up. Try the Mythic Orbital Augment. Even try the Space Displacer. I mean, ACP's good, but for a Legends or for a Champions tournament where you want some more health and maybe even crowd control, I would do a bit of experiments. I would definitely try Orbital Augment and the Space Displacer, see how it does. And I'd keep, of course, pulling modules. Hopefully you get the Sharp Fortitude. Once you get Sharp Fortitude, I would say just lean into EHP for your tournaments. Farming 17 cards is good for tournament. Yep. So good job with that. Swap out cash and free ups for Death Ray and Wave Skip during tournament run. Perfect. That's great that you're doing that already. That's great advice to anyone. All my cards are max level, about RPC mastery and cash mastery in order to get more shards. Great job on that. That's actually what I'd recommend. Even if you don't have the econ for actually upgrading the levels, just getting cash and RPC mastery at the base level. If you're doing 10, 11, 12-hour runs on like tier 9, 10, or 11, you're going to get roughly 30% more reroll shards just from the cash mastery. So good job with that. Labs, module shard cost good. So I'd be putting all your gems towards modules right now. Chrono Field duration. What's your ultimates? Let's take it. Let's jump around a little bit. Ooh, I know Chrono Field, I mean, it's good for Glass Cannon, but man, I'd go more. I mean, you have it pretty much full cooldown now, so just finish that lab. However, Chrono Field it's not useless until it's permanent uptime, but you're really not going to feel too much effect until it's permanent uptime. So yeah, you're this close to getting it permanent. I think that'd be a good idea, or since you're this far already. But then I think getting one more Chain Lightning quantity, because going from 4 to 5 is effectively a 20-25% increase in damage. And if you can increase the chance, so that's going to increase your damage output. And with Dimension Core in tournaments, that's going to be even more. But yeah, looking at this, so I'd get your Black Hole down. So your Death Wave, I'd get this to like 3 minutes. And then I would get your Black Hole down to like 1.5 minutes. I think your next focus should be on having Perma Black Hole. That's going to help your farming a lot, and it's going to help your tournaments a lot. I mean, tournaments, you're technically not going to have it permanent, but just more uptime helps a ton. Couple extra quick Death Wave. Yeah, getting extra Death Wave would be good because, I mean, just getting all your cooldowns lower. If I were you, I would much rather prioritize getting your econ cooldowns lower than worrying about Chrono Field. I know you're this far in Chrono Field already, but Chrono Field's typically something you don't really want to get until you're deep in Legends, because it's purely a glass cannon strategy. So when you're upgrading anything to Chrono Field, it's not really good for EHP, so it's almost like wasted stones. I mean, it's great that you have it this far. Like, it'll be great when you truly go true farming glass cannon as well. So you've done that. But I think putting your stones into getting your Golden Tower, Death Wave, Black Hole cooldowns lower, which I know you use MVN, but getting them lower for just farming in general, permanent Black Hole, I think that's going to be a much bigger bang for your buck. Because then you don't have to worry about respecking every tournament, so to say. You can really just put all your coins into your workshop, get that leveled up. And shorter cooldowns means you don't really have to do a, you're not really going to have to do an Orb Devo strategy. Because if your cooldowns are, 2 minutes, and you've got like 3 or 4 waves on your Death Wave, then is doing Orb Devo better? Like, sure, it can be a little bit better, but just doing a pure like hybrid with damage and with health, that's going to help you go farther to get more cells and more coins overall, and be more AFK. That's just my advice, though. I think it's a little bit early for Chrono Field. I'd focus on getting the econ, getting your econ very, very well maxed out, short cooldowns, even though they are in sync, but just getting the cooldowns down. I think Black Hole permanent for farming should be your next priority. And then, yeah, all gems to modules, so you can try to get Sharp Fortitude to Mythic. And then I want to see you try a EHP tournament strategy, where you still would use your Ancestral Dimension Core, so let's call it a hybrid tournament strategy. But yeah, that'd be my advice, Fujin. My ELS is a little higher than you right now. I'm tier 14, currently 52.41. Nice. Yeah, I haven't really... I've gotten one click of the enhancement into level skip since the recent like battle condition update. Because by like wave, what, like 300, you have like 1% level skips, and it's kind of useless. I am researching more of the battle condition reduction lab, so we'll see how that does, because that should give me a little bit more. But yeah, for the most part, I've been putting a lot more of my enhancements into like orb size and then into damage for Glass Cannon Legends. Doing tier 14 farm. Nice. Bonzo, I just sent you a quick update in my tower Discord. Nice. Thank you. Let me go ahead and download this. Thanks for letting me know as well, Mike. And Mike, since you just sent me this, I'll review yours next. So just give me a second. All right, where is this? Mike Tower V2, perfect. Open with Firefox. All right. There we go. Stuck at work, wanted to support your... Well, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. How do I set my tower to review? So, AKZ, good question. In my description of the video is my Discord, which is just at BonzosTower. And I made a BonzosTower Gmail. So you can literally just send me an email with a publicly available, like, open to anyone viewing Google link, or just a PDF, and I'll download it and put it up like this. But cool. Mike had also... what were we talking about? Yeah, Mike, you said you're free to play, and what I like doing is when someone is free to play... Whoa, just a second. Let me log out of mine. Yeah, when I see someone that's free to play and they're grinding and they're sending me their tower reviews, you know, their support of the channel, I like to give back. So I am going to get you the Epic Pack, which will be huge. ×3 all coins permanently earned. So let me get that Epic Pack added to cart. Where's my... Yes, here we go. What up, Birdo? And just a reminder, everybody, we're doing a giveaway. Giveaway Sunday. I love it. It's got my, whoa. It's got all my card information saved. Oh my gosh. Enter this. Confirm. Whoa. What's going on? It's giving me pop-ups all over just to authenticate the card. That's weird. I haven't seen that before. Let me spend my money. Alright, Mike, there you go. Epic Pack. Refresh your game. You should see it. Should give you a nice little pop-up there. And then send me another review in like a month where we get to see those coins. Damn, always at work while I'm streaming. I have to pull it up. Be all secretive with it. I've been so hard in Econ lab discount to the point that I'm ready to get big expensive labs soon. So I might compare to tequila. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Thanks for sending me the review, Mike. Whoa, the lights look weird in here. Yeah, man. I go fully into like certain labs. So for example, I've been going all in on labs for tournaments. Like damage, yes, I'm getting more lab speed now. Chrono Field, I'm finishing. I don't need it, but I'm finishing this so then I can switch up my sub effect on my assist mod that I use, the magnetic hook. So I can get rid of that, put something else in. And I really miss doing econ labs. It's been so long. I haven't done econ labs in forever. And the reason why I'm going all in on damage is because I just want to get all these keys so I can change my workshop orb, put it in. Then I want to get more card slots, get auto demon mode. And so I'm consistently getting like 4, 6, 8 keys a tournament. I want to keep that going so I can maintain that. And then once I get all the key unlocks that I desperately need, then I'm going to switch back to finishing everything farming. However, I am also going all in on inner landmines. I just filmed a video on that this morning. My inner landmine level 5, so literally the damage increased by 9.5 per second. And the damage right now is 1,000. I know it doesn't show that there, but it's like 1,022 is what it shows in the normal upgrade shop. And then I've got my armor mod at Legendary, so I'm going to save up and I'm going to get this to Mythic and then Ancestral, and then I'm just going to keep it going. Then I'm going to get these multiplier efficiencies higher, I think, first. Then I'll finish going all in on my inner landmine levels. But yeah, enough about my tower. Let me jump to yours, Mike. Basically done with Econ. No one really cares about coins per wave. Yeah, I don't need to do that one. I remember when Spartan published a video saying, like, I finished all my Econ labs. I was like, damn, that's dope. Like, that's so cool, because when you get to Legends, you got to start focusing on damage labs and stuff for your tournament, because then you can, stay in Legends and not bounce around, and it's quicker tournaments and then more stones, so you basically have to. And you focus on that for so long that your econ falls behind. And right now, I could probably argue that if I focused on econ, it might actually be, well, not as beneficial as focusing on damage for tournaments, but it might give me more progress down the line, because the more econ I get means the more enhancements I can get. And my enhancements are starting to fall behind because I'm only making now 15 Q a run, which is a lot, but like some of these upgrades, like the last level of, this chrono jump, it's 131. That's a few days of lab research, which I might just save up, or a few days of coin earnings. And then this next level of battle condition reduction, this level here is like 16 Q. So these are going to keep getting super pricey. And then like the assist labs, so like it's pretty expensive for me now to get any clicks into these assist mod levels. But if I was making really good econ, maybe I could get a few of these labs, which is obviously, if you can get something done with a lab versus stones, you want to do that 100%. But yeah, sorry, Mike. Let's jump into this. Bonzo, here are my stats of my tower. Thank you for your opinion. How to progress. I'm free to play per starter pack at ADS, and I just got you the Epic Pack. My goal is stay in Champions League. Appreciate any suggestions. In labs, I don't have any direction right now other than I have one lab dedicated to module research. I can comfortably do 3 labs, 3x, 2, 4x. Nice. Beautiful. So thank you for sending me this. Yeah, let's get you to Champions League, man. Yours is doing it too. It's not showing the cells. I would guess, I think, do you tell me here? Looking at this, it looks like you do farm mostly tier 10. Try a tier 9 again. It looks like it's been a while since you did. Tier 12 is much harder, so that does look right. When I was getting tier 11 to like 6,000 waves, I was barely getting like 1,100 in tier 12, because tier 12 is such a big jump in difficulty. But Mike, I would do a run on tier 9. Do a couple runs on tier 9. Let me know how it goes. Because if you survive longer, you're going to get more cells per hour most likely. And maybe even more coins per hour. Guardian, farming with fetch and summon. For tournaments, I changed summon for ally. See, that might help. But since you're only allowed one respec per like event, I'm pretty sure, for your bots or for your chips, I wouldn't respec your chips, your guardian chips, that is. I wouldn't change those from farming to tournament. Like, for example, for me, I've got 2 just econ related chips. Fetch and summon. I'm going to leave those. I'm going to get this new slot, and I'm going to buy... I'm going to save up, and I'm going to buy this one, the Scout. And I'm going to put everything into this, because for me, since I'm Glass Cannon, this will, in theory, boost my Glass Cannon, which means it'll boost my farming, since I'll be able to survive longer. But that's a different situation. I wouldn't switch these maximum once per week, yeah. So you still couldn't... You're going to be sacrificing too much by respecking your Guardians, so I wouldn't do that. Good work on the bot. Range getting maxed out. Yes, definitely you want to get that range maxed out first. Range is by far the most valuable. Cooldown and bonus are too. So smart thinking here, because if you think about it, 6 clicks in duration is equal to 1 click in cooldown, because each click in duration is half a second. But if you can lower the cooldown to get that 3 seconds lower, that's effectively 6 clicks of duration. So good job there with where you've been putting your medals. 17 card slots with all cards level 7 max. That's good. Yeah, great job with this. I wouldn't pull any more cards unless it's the event mission. You're at the point now with like all the basics maxed out. When you get the event mission and you have to pull 160 cards, then pull cards. But all your gems should be going towards modules. Project Funding Mythic, Ancestral Death Penalty, G-Comp, Astral Deliverance, nice. ACP, Multiverse Nexus, Anti-Keeper, Multiverse Nexus. You have 2 Ancestrals, am I looking at this right? Oh, it's good to hear. Yeah, so beautiful for farming. Multiverse Nexus, that's great. For tournaments, I would bet this Mythic Project Funding does the best for you. I mean, Pulsar Harvester's pretty good, but the Project Funding damage increase is just insane. It's very good. Then, I would, well, use Death Penalty in tournaments. However, do you have, yeah, I would use the Death Penalty in tournaments. That's definitely the second best cannon module besides Amplifying Strike. And then for your armor module, see, ACP, that's almost a purely glass cannon focused. I would experiment with these, you know, Space Displacer, Negative Mass Projector, and then Wormhole Redirector. Once you get Sharp Fortitude up or Orbital Augment to Mythic or Ancestral, I would definitely recommend going with those. But I think you're going to need to test a bit between those. And you're at a great point with your cards, so good job with that. So, Mike, I would recommend putting all your future gems into modules. And I think you'll see that you get some of these to usable rarities pretty quick. I picked ILM before I knew what's what at this stage. I want to chain light into progress tournaments, but I look at Spotlight, Point Swap, CF. Right now I'm seeing stones to pick up Spotlight and then maybe chip in tournaments. Alright, so 320, 320, Black Hole 150. I wouldn't worry about getting anything into inner landmines. Spotlight would help, but you do have the holy trinity of econ. The most important thing for you in your progress right now, and this is true for anyone in Champions and below, is econ. Because if you can put your stones towards econ, and then all your extra coins go to like your workshop and your enhancements, that's going to be the fastest way to progress, rather than getting like, you know, chain lightning. Because that'll be important, but just getting more damage and more EHP, more health. Once you get into Champions and making it farther in Champions, I mean, you can make it very far with an EHP build. So getting more thorns, getting lots of health, getting a good wall, all that's going to mean you can survive farther, and you can get all those leveled up very good with just a lot of coins and labs. I mean, Inner Landmines is my favorite, so good job. You know, you've got it here. Death Wave 6 effect waves is excellent, so great job with that. Long time want to increase duration GT in Black Hole, but also lowering cooldown, eventually return Black Hole. Yeah, man, I would keep lowering. Since you use Multiverse Nexus, I would just, I mean, you basically have it in sync because of the multiverse. I would just choose whatever's the cheapest cooldown of these. Because with how good your multiverse nexus is, I would guess you're probably going to be farming with that for a while. So I would just focus on the econ. Stones into econ. Granted, spotlight would help. Let's see how close you are. If you're close to spotlight, then keep saving up and then take a peek. And I would assume, I mean, you've got a 75% chance of getting to choose spotlight. If you can choose spotlight, get it. But if not, don't pick an ultimate weapon and just put that into your cooldowns. Workshop damage. Nice damage. Good health regen. Wall health, that's very good too. 1,000, good work on that. Coin bonus, that's good. Health. And wall health. See, I don't see any wall health or orb size yet. And getting critical factor, that's good. And also getting some super crit and attack speed will be good. So what I'd recommend to anyone champions and below is labs should be towards like econ stuff for the most part. And EHP. And then your coin should go to your workshop, which you've got your workshop pretty much maxed out, so that's great. But then any extra coins, I'd literally come in and be like, okay, I get to buy 2 clicks of health after this run. And then you do another run. And let's say you last an extra 100 waves, then you know your tower is that much stronger. And so then you make a little bit more. And then you take those extra coins and you put them into more enhancements. And you just keep getting enhancements as your tower keeps progressing and getting more strong. Until you get to the point that you're consistently, you know, staying in champions by just investing into your workshop. And then you can start maybe getting more niche labs that cost a little bit more, like your wall health, for example, or wall fortification. But those labs, like, I wouldn't worry too much about wall yet because your sharp fortitude is only legendary. And you've got all these mythics that you could use for farming. So yeah, I think if you've done great on your cards. So good job with that, Mike. Only buy cards when it's the mission. Put everything else into gems. And I bet pretty quick you'll get rewarded with something a little bit better here that'll help your farming. And then all your stones, I'd recommend putting that towards econ. The more econ you get means the more enhancements you can get, which just mean the more you're going to progress in the tournaments. Econ is king. Until, arguably, in my opinion, you get to Legends. And then once you get to Legends, focusing on damage labs is a necessity for the most part. I mean, yes, in theory, you could keep buying damage enhancements and whatnot, and like orb size, attack speed. But since they nerfed level skips, used to be able to just get a ton of econ and just focus on econ and get a crap ton of level skips and make it pretty far in Legends, but they got rid of that, which effectively cut the importance of econ in Legends tournaments. However, for champions, getting more econ so you can just buy enhancements, buy more percentage increase to your health, wall health, attack, all that, that's very, very important. Let's look through your labs. Research and reroll shards, good. Yep, very good job with that. I'd permanently upgrade that. Yep, good job with common drop. I would have, I think you said you have 1 lab going towards modules. That's good. Yeah, I just keep 1 lab dedicated to module research. Just keep working through. Let's see what else you got going. Good wall fortifications. Critical factor, damage, attack speed. That's all good. You know, what I would do is I'd go all in. Keep your 1 lab towards module. But man, I bet if you got some more GT bonus, Golden Tower duration, Golden Bot cooldown, calculate. Well, actually, let's do that right now. So you get this minus 10. 320 plus 150. Let's getting your Golden Bot in sync is going to be massive. So 320, that's 200 seconds plus 200 seconds. So that's 400 seconds plus a minute and 50. That's 110 seconds. Divide that by 3 is 170. And then you minus 10. So 160. So basically every 160 seconds is when your ultimates, your econ ultimates are going off. So remember that number, Mike. 160 is when your econ ultimates are going off. I'll actually message this to you right now. This is the main piece of advice. I'm going to leave you with this. This is the main thing I'd have you focus on. So 160 second is MVN econ cooldown. Just message you that. Now your golden bot, and this is huge to anyone who's watching this, your golden bot is at 102 seconds. Gbot currently 102. So you want to get this. So 160 is the Multiverse Nexus. You want to get your golden bot to 80 seconds. Get Gbot to 80 seconds so it's in sync with your MVN econ sync. That's super important. So you'll notice you buy these, it goes down by increments of 3. So 102, it's basically you have to minus 22 from it. You could buy 7 clicks and then 1 lab of research to get there. But seeing that your golden bot doesn't have any research to it, look at how quick that lab is. 15 hours. 15 hours, you can get a second cooldown. Bro, I would just permanently get your golden bot cooldown a bit lower. You could probably do like 10 levels of this pretty quick. And then just get a few clicks with your medals. And then once you have it in sync at 80 seconds, leave it there. Just leave it there for a bit. And that will really improve your econ. You cannot understate the importance of having a sync with your golden bot and your econ. When I first got my assist modules, man, I got rid of my sync and I used G-Comp in the assist, Black Hole Gesture primary. My econ went up. That was also because I spent the Black Friday stones getting the assist mod, multiplier. Then when I decided, you know what, let's just get everything in sync at 100 seconds. Got my golden bot maxed out at 50 seconds. My econ literally shot up like 20%. Some levels were as high as 40%. I don't think that's really accurate. That was an outlier because I'd recently, of course, upgraded my golden bot significantly. But it was at least like a 20% increase. So having that in sync, that will help you get more. Then putting other labs towards, Deathwave coin, that would be good. Let's see, do you have Deathwave cell bonus maxed out? Yeah, man, I just focus on the econ labs. Econ labs, keep that module lab going. Get your golden bot in sync. And then any extra coins, put that towards workshop and you'll be good to go. Oh, what up, tags? But yeah, Mike, that's my my advice to you. And the big piece of advice is get that, get it in sync. Oh, you're using G-Comp. Oh, whoops, I'm just seeing that now. Try with BHD because your G-Comp and your BHD are both mythic. Give it a try. When I had an ancestral I had an ancestral BHD and I didn't use it because I was using G-Comp as my as a mythic, as my main core module, or not core but generator module. And I figured, I'm not gonna switch it because even though it's a level rarity lower, I get sometimes permanent golden tower, and with GT plus it's gonna be more beneficial. When I said screw that, and then I switched to my BHD back at that time, which was like 3-4 months ago, that was at least a 25% increase in my my econ. So I would definitely test it for sure. G-Comp is good when you have longer cooldowns, but I would give that a test because the power of a sync really can't be denied. And also on another note, if it doesn't really turn out to be that much more beneficial, the golden bot cooldown is such a short lab, and the golden bot gives you so many more coins that just getting an extra 10 seconds taken off that in a few days of labs is really going to help your econ too. No, I do not have Spotlight Plus. I do not. I'm going all in right now on my Inner Landmine Plus. Spotlight Plus would be next for me to buy, but I don't know. Oh, you don't respec to switch? Okay. Does Scout boost ultimate weapon damage or just bullet damage? Scout is only going to boost damage per meter. I haven't looked too closely. Scout effects on while active, all enemies are treated as being farther away from the tower for damage calculations. So that means, well, damage per meter effectively boosts all of your damage, right? So if it boosts your damage per meter, then I would assume it will boost all your damage too. But yeah, if you have Spotlight Plus, it'll be really good. Maybe I should. I saw one guy get one click just unlocking Spotlight Plus, and he started getting like 500 waves higher. And I'm going to be farming. I mean, I farm on like 45 meter range, so it's pretty short. And I'm doing the Inner Landmine Plus, getting that going. But yeah, that'll be something that I'll consider. I mean, maybe I'll just do it. What do you think, Tag? Should I get... I wanted to get my assist mod to Mythic. Just, you know, because I'm going in a Landmine Plus strategy. However, I would be able to get tonight with that pack. No shame. Spotlight Plus. Even just a level or two in that. Just getting it unlocked, I've heard, is a very good benefit. I don't have Range Plus yet. But yeah, Tags is right. Spotlight Plus over Poison Swamp Plus all day. No Smart Missile for me. SM Plus with Team Smart Light Missile. That's amazing. What up, Synapse? I thought I did look at yours, didn't I? I remember having a conversation. Murder. Send it to it's in my description. That, like, the Sam Bonzo Discord is where my personal and my business stuff is on, so stuff gets lost in that. So I made a new Discord and I made an email. BonzosTower is the name of like both of it. So BonzosTower at Gmail, it's in the description. If you want me to review it, just send it there. It probably got lost in the sauce with Discord, so I apologize on that. But yeah, Mike, summary. Labs, keep your module lab going. I love that. Keep that one lab to modules. Do the other labs towards econ. And the econ labs are relatively cheap. Don't be afraid to get some levels in Golden Bot. More uptime on that is just going to be more boost. And then any extra coins, put that in your workshop, in your enhancements. And I just, after each level, literally after each run, what I would do is just buy more. Buy more damage or buy more defense enhancements. And sure enough, you'd survive an extra 50 waves, an extra 100 waves. And that adds up a lot over time. Because each enhancement gets progressively better. Because it's 1 times 1.01 times 1.01 times 1.01. So each 1%, it's compounding interest. It gets much bigger. Spotlight on Unlock gave me up 50 waves and Legends before 27.3. Wow. Thing is strong, but you need range mastery to get the most out of it. And good damage per meter. I have good damage per meter. I think my damage per meter is like... Well, it's in the Qs. It's over 1 cube for the enhancements. And even though I am playing on shorter range, even at this range, having a boost to my damage per meter I think would help. Yeah. You know, that makes you think. Maybe just getting that first level and then just buying a few clicks of it with the stones I get from tournaments will help. Because it's the first few levels of any Ultimate Weapon Plus are so cheap. And what I could do then is when I get enough cards, I could respec my range, put it at 0, and then get range card on, and then get range mastery. And I think that would make it actually back to 45 meters, or like 43 meters, which is about perfect for the inner landmine strategy. By the way, it seems people like the bags collab. I'm down to do that again sometime, or Tonzo this time. I'm down for let's do bags. I like that. I don't know when I'll have time though. Tomorrow, birthday dinner. Saturday, I'm gonna do my stream, and then Sunday I'm doing well, Saturday's tournament stream. Then Sunday is the what am I trying to say? Sunday's the giveaway stream. So maybe Monday, tags Monday, but we'll talk in Discord and we'll get it going. Because, yeah, that was a fun collab. I'm available there tomorrow. Not in Legends at the moment. Would mind comparing how Legend Champ is doing. Yeah, he could, study mates could fill the spot for me while we wait for my calendar to clear. But cool, yeah. All right, so let's jump into Whitey's Tower. Hey, Bonzo, thanks for all the vids and really useful info on your channel. Well, thank you for that. Figured to take an opportunity to get my tower reviewed because I'm keeping fun stuck. Have been for a little while. Just a second. Main goal is pretty much turning progression, but I'm also lacking in stones and ultimate weapons. Go figure, being free to play. Need to work on econ, I think. I don't know if I missed anything. Nice. We're getting chain lightning more developed. Trying to rank better tourneys. Basically free to play. Bought a couple stone packs. I have all the coin boosts. That's good. Yeah, I don't. If you get the like coin gem packs, the ad pack or whatnot, I still consider that free to play. It's just like the cost of buying, you know, a normal game for Xbox or whatever. Thinking that once I start playing better in Legends, I want to get Chrono Field, start working on my trio cooldowns. I wouldn't worry about Chrono Field until you're deep in Legends. Chrono Field takes so many stones to become any bit useful. There's just so many better things. I wouldn't worry about Chrono Field until you've got a good chain lightning and you've got your econ ultimates like pretty much maxed out. Chrono Field is, you don't want to rush into Chrono Field. You don't see any return on that until you get it to basically 100%. And if you're in EHP, it's pretty much useless until you get it at 100%, and then you get even further than that, a lot of labs for the damage discount. We're not sure if I keep saying go MVN or go big. Black cooldowns is cheaper. Should post to your 12 milestone. What I did for a while is I had like black hole cooldown at a minute, and then my death wave and golden tower at 2 minutes. So that way they're still in sync, but you have more black hole uptime. And I quit doing Orb Devo pretty early. So for me, like, it was still an increase because I had damage and I wasn't, you know, hoarding enemies by any mean. Getting close to your 12 milestone, 10% legacy boost. That will probably have tourney. Should get it. Let's close to unlocking tier 16. Over 1 protector. Scatter Amp is good. Scatter Amp is slept on because figure you're getting all these elites that spawn in your runs, and usually it's the rays that eliminate you. But if the scatters are taking too much of your tower's like attention, the other enemies are going to survive longer. So me, I have my scatter amp at like 10 times, and so when a scatter shows up, they get eviscerated like right away. Like look at this, one just showed up and now it's already gone. So that's a bunch more time for my tower to focus on vampires and rays and other enemies, which is necessary. In tier 10, test tier 11, seems to be close to tier 10 income, with sells coins slightly inconsistent. Let's transition to tier 11 though. Usually start runs Orb Devo, transition to blend around 4,000 waves, and add damage cards. Nice. Farm mods, Amplifying Strike, Sharp Fortitude, G-Comp, Mortal Collapse. It's actually similar to what I ran for a while. For tourney, I basically max everything in attack, workshop before I go and accept rents, super crit stuff. Damage 500, then restart at the Devo. Yeah, I mean, kudos to anyone who respecs every tournament. I just don't have the patience for it. Yeah, this is good. Amplifying Strike, Sharp Fortitude, Project Fund, Dimension Core is great for tournaments. So yeah, I actually use that same thing. So yeah, good work with that. Because now you got the EHP base, but with the Project Funding and Dimension Core, you're really moving into that hybrid. And hybrid is how you get out of champs, and then you get consistently into legends. One mod away from MVN and G-Comp to get to Mythic, so I've been trying to get those to help. Cards. All cards are max for milestones. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. All cards are max. You got your 17th card slot. Good job. You're ahead on cards. I'd put all your gems towards modules then. Yeah. 17 is enough for an EHP hybrid strategy in tournaments, for sure. Yeah, yours is doing it too. It only shows cells for like a couple of tiers. That's odd. Yeah, tier 12 is such a big jump from tier 11. So I think you're farming the right ways here. I would try a tier 9 run just to see. You might find that the cells and coins per hour is a little bit better because you're getting more time at those higher waves. So I would try a tier 9 run as well. It might not be, you know, that much more beneficial, might even be less beneficial, but everyone's tower is different, and I definitely would recommend testing. So going between Platinum and Champion. Yeah, tier 11, tier 11, tier 10. How long do these take? Yeah, I'd try tier 9. I really would. Try tier 9, see what it does. So yeah, the coins are inconsistent because, well, a lot of it depends on when you get those econ perks. With the inconsistency of when you get the perks, it's almost more beneficial then to drop down a tier because you're going to have all your econ perks by like wave 4,000, 4,500. And so then the more time you get with all your econ perks with getting max elite spawns, well, by like 6,000 for example, it's just going to mean more cells. Shop attack range max 9.5, that's good. I was playing on a longer range for tournaments and farming, and then when I actually lowered my range, I started doing better because of the bounce shots. Line radius max at the 5 max, nice. Nice on those. Yeah, so you're doing a Devo like you said. And then I'd guess in the tournaments you get these free ups. Level skips 325, that's good. Man, I hate how they nerfed the level skips. Because it used to be just, you could go full econ, just get a ton of level skips, and your level skips would make you go farther in Legends. But then they got rid of that, so now it's all damage for the most part. Unless you're like a super EHP player, like a Zephyr or a Bonsai, so shout out to them. So you got really good attack enhancements. I think you're respecking for tournaments, I think is what you had said. What else gotta do? Where's Stone Pack? Because yeah, if with you having like basically no damage in your workshop, I wouldn't really recommend having any really damage and attack enhancements. And because you have Sharp Fortitude, man, you can get far on tier 11. When I was doing tier 11, back in my day, I would have Chain Lightning off, and I'd do tier 11 really far to like 11, 12,000 waves. And even when I turned Chain Lightning on, it would only make me get like an extra maybe 500 waves, usually more like 300. And the whole thing with that is with Sharp Fortitude and wall enhancements and like wall fortification and wall thorns, you can just get a super robust EHP like base that then you can start building on damage. Because if you think about it, you get a super good health base. At a point it becomes diminishing returns, and you look at it, you're like, okay, Rays eliminate me in 10 shots with my thorns. But if I can get enough damage and like super crit and attack speed, or maybe I can have the Rays actually eliminate me in 8 hits with my thorns, that's going to be a 20% increase in your survivability. Alright, ultimates. 250. Oh, wait, that's Smart Missile. Never mind. 320 Death Wave, 320 Golden Tower. The Black Hole cut off. Do you say what the Black Hole is? And for farming, what modules do you use again? Turning mods, farm mods, amplifying start, G-Comp, promoter collapse. Nice. So yeah, what I'd recommend is all your stones for the meantime should be going econ. I mean, get maybe a little bit more into Chain Lightning, but because you don't really use damage in the first bit of your farm runs, like getting your stones into clicks of your econ is going to mean more coins, which means more enhancements. And if you're using Sharp Fortitude in tournaments, I'd be dumping all my coins into health enhancements, like health regen, wall health, all that. And then lab, maybe just permanent lab wall fortification if you can afford it. But if you don't have your econ labs max, I'd get those. Yeah, you kind of have to have this in until you get permanent black hole. then you want to research Black Hole Disable Range. Then you can switch this out for the better EHP perk, which is the minus 50 health for you, or minus 50 attack for you, and minus 50 attack for them. That's a good EHP perk. These are good. I mean, I'd put coins above the like Death Wave and Black Hole duration, for example, and game speed, but I mean, this is a good order. Don't have any levels in any of the enemy labs or health or attack. You mean the attack, like the level skips? Soon finishing mission charge reroll labs. That's good. Trying to battle, trying to slot in while trying to progress attorney tier 12 scanner amp lab. I can afford 3 XP in all labs. Try to keep 150 cells above that. Let's take a look at this. See, with the runs that you're doing, because you start with like basically no damage, and I think you said you're respecing for your tournaments, these damage labs are almost kind of wasted for your farming runs, because you're doing a bit of an orb devo. And so like orb devo, like you can go really far just having a ton of health and wall thorns and health regen. So yeah, I'd focus more on the regen, the health, wall fortification. Where is it? Wall regen 17, that's very good. Wall thorns 13, that's very good. I get a couple levels of invincibility. It actually is kind of underrated because you might have a boss there that'll just sit. It'll give you a bit more survivability. Yep, I think maxing these out is good. The health and attack level skip. Shock chance, that's a very good shock chance, so good job with that. Yeah, Black Hole Disable Range. I know it's a long lab. This is going to be important for you to get once you get permanent Black Hole. Golden Bot cooldown, that's another one. Econ lab that is very, very overlooked. But a lot of your coins come from Golden Bot. So it's a very quick lab to get 10 levels in. Which, if you have a 100-second Golden Bot cooldown, you get it down to 90 seconds. That's effectively a 10% increase in your Golden Bot coins. So I'd look into that some. I'd do one lab, just like what Mike was doing. I'd put one lab towards modules, and you just gotta stick it out. I know it kind of sucks, but you gotta get the reroll shards done. Mods, is that roll these stats to these? 3 have rolled are pictured. Yeah, once you start getting to Mythic and Ancestral, you really need the reroll shards. So I'd start working on that. And with your cards that you have, I'd put everything, every gem, towards your modules. You need one more Sharp Fortitude for Ancestral, so you're super close there. Yeah, once you get that to Ancestral, your tournaments are going to go up a lot. A lot. Same with Amplifying Strike, Death Penalty. Once you get that Ancestral, yeah. Put all your gems towards modules for the time being. For farming, BHD, I mean, G-Comp might be more tempting because the cooldowns are longer. But actually, this is kind of the advice I gave to Mike, is I'd look at getting this in sync. Using BHD, don't use the Singularity Harness. You don't want to use this. You pretty much have to use BHD or project funding. You're going to want to use BHD. And let's assume that your ultimates, let's assume your Black Hole's also 320. I know it cut off here. So 3 miscellaneous, that's 200 seconds for each. And you don't use MVN, which is, you got to have the sync without it. So that's 200 seconds. So that means you want your Golden Bot to be at 100 seconds. That way you'll have it in sync when your Econ activates, which is going to be a decent amount more coins. Let's see, do we have Golden Bot in here? Yeah, I wouldn't worry about MVN. You've got the natural sync, so that's good. Golden Bot, get this to 100 seconds. Get your Golden Bot to 100 seconds. That should be your main priority. And when you're using Black Hole Digester, if your black hole is also 3 minutes 20 seconds, then you'll have that sync. And you'll notice that with a 25-second duration and the bonus that you have with the range, having this in sync when your econ ultimate weapons activate is going to be a big jump in coins. Get lots of relics. Good job. But yeah, man, don't sleep on the sync. I slept on the sync, literally and figuratively. College was rough. If you know, you know. Yeah. But man, the sync is super slept on. So, like, having a good portion of your map, like, look at that, actually right in range with my tower. That's actually, like, perfect range. What the heck? Are you seeing this? I should have got a screenshot of that. That was perfectly in sync with my tower range. That was insane. But yeah, when all your econ stuff activates and having golden bot, it's every multiplier multiplied by your gold bot in that range, which just can catapult your econ much farther. I would guess your econ goes up by like 10 or 20% at least, getting your golden bot to 100 seconds. Ryan, what's up? Whitey, what's up? Yeah, so respect fraternity, okay. Nice. Tequila got keys. Yeah, Whitey, I like your, you've got good cards. You've got a good tower. You're in a pretty good spot, man. I would, you know, it sucks because the module labs, like TM said, the module labs, you get them done, but you're not going to see the benefits right away because it adds up over time. So even though, you know, you're getting reroll shards done, you're not really getting the benefit now. But then by the time you need the reroll shards, you start doing the reroll lab, you're just playing catch up. Like for the longest time, I needed reroll shards, and I had to permanently upgrade my module reroll lab for like 3 months to get it maxed out. So I'd have one slot of your labs going towards your modules. I'd put all your gems toward modules, and then all your extra coins, I'd be putting those towards enhancements. And yeah, that's my advice. Oh, nice. I didn't see you commented earlier, Whitey. Well, thank you. Love these early streams. Is a break. Yeah, it is. It's 9 p.m. there right now, which is early compared to when we normally stream. I was up at, here, I'll tell you right now. So yesterday I had a horrific health day. I'm doing a parasite cleanse, which if you've done that, they can be pretty rough. And so I woke up, and this isn't like, oh, woe is me. But I woke up in so much pain I couldn't get back to sleep, and I was up at sleep or a ring. I was up at 1:30 a.m. So I've been grinding for a while. So it's kind of late in the day for me. So I got a lot of work done. I actually went to the coffee shop, got more work done, came back, and now we're doing this. But yeah, everybody, with that being said, IDK how farming low tiers would affect my account. I don't want to get banned for bullying tier 1. See how many sales I can make. Oh, you won't get banned for that. Sales started 0 since the update. Ah, okay. That makes sense. Only shows sell farms update. Show that for me? Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I don't go anything below tier 16 anymore. But yeah, everybody, I hope that helped. If you want me to review your tower, my email and my Discord are in the description. So please send it to me. I prefer email. I'm Discord illiterate. I don't check Discord as much as I need to. I did make the BonzosTower Discord so I could just have a place to check on the Firefox browser once a day and try to respond to more. But as some of you saw, you've sent me towers to review to my other personal Discord, and they just got lost in the sauce. So yeah, going forward, send everything to the Discord that I have, the BonzosTower, or email it to me. That's the best way. And I'm going to try to do a group of these reviews like once a week, if the schedule permits. And yeah, tags, we'll talk, and let's coordinate another collab live, maybe next week, early next week. And I will see you guys for my tournament Saturday. I will not be streaming tomorrow because birthday dinner. And then Sunday, we're doing the giveaway. There's an auto sensor or something in the game that says no person should get this high, like the infinite strat. Is there? I mean, I believe you, but I saw, what's his name? Benz Daimler, I think is his name, in Reddit. If you're on the subreddit, you know Benz Daimler. He did like, I think a 2-week like tier 1 run like last month. That just an insane length. I don't know if he went on vacation, just left it, but he's like, I just did it for the lulz. So I wouldn't. The thing with the cells are, and I didn't realize this. Like I thought, okay, the farther I get, the more cells. But each level you go up, you get more coins per kill because the coin multiplier, and you get more cells per kill. That's why, I mean, you can't really tell from looking at my stats now. But when I was farming tier 15 with auto restart, I was able to keep all my labs at 5x. So remember that. When I was doing tier 15 auto restart, all my labs were at 5x, but I was sometimes a little bit short. When I moved to tier 16 with auto restart, all of a sudden now, like I have 1.96, and I had one lab going at 6x speed the other day. I had this one yesterday going at 6x. So I'm occasionally getting more. So keep that in mind too. Like if it was more beneficial just to, you know, farm lower tiers for cells, everyone would be doing that. But they factor that in, and so as the tiers go higher, the cells per kill as well as the coins per kill get higher. But yeah, Bulldozer, I'm actually just wrapping up. So with that being said, everybody, no stream tomorrow. I'll see you Saturday for the tournament. Sunday is the giveaway, and then tags we'll plan on next week doing another a bag stream. So yeah, everybody, if you want me to review your tower, send it to my email or Discord. And peace and love. God bless. And I'll